मेरा तीनों स्टेजेस के लिए थोड़ा अलग था। प्री में मुझे लगता है अ लॉट ऑफ द टाइम वी आर मच फोकस्ड ऑन हाउ मेनी मार्क्स वी आर हैविंग। आई थिंक दैट शुड नॉट बी द गोल। व्हेन यू आर रीवैल्यूएटिंग योर पेपर, इवैल्यूएट कि आपको जो आना चाहिए था या जो आपने पढ़ा था उसमें से आपने कितने गलत करे हैं। सो आई यूज्ड टू रीड न्यूज़पेपर्स, but I barely made notes. I used to highlight a lot. But after seeing 2023 paper, I think solving MCQs is a very important thing जो आपको बिल्कुल शिद्दत से, मैंने आंसर राइटिंग इसके पहले कभी किया नहीं था, तो मैंने बिल्कुल PYQs पे फोकस करा कि what is the demand, कि जो डिमांड पूछी गई है, if there was something that you had not read before, so there is a very big chance that you are going to get it wrong any which ways. So but there is something basic जो शायद आपके दूसरे कंपेटिटर सही कर देंगे और आपने गलत कर दिया। तो मुझे लगता है कंपेटिटिव एज वही होता है, जो सब सही कर रहे हैं अगर आप वहाँ गलत कर देंगे तो you will be out of the competition.
Hello and welcome to Level Up IAS UPSC podcast. If you have the courage to dream big, you should have the courage to work hard and achieve it. And who else can better justify this statement than Neha Rajput, who's sitting with me today. She has achieved All India rank 51 in her UPSC CSE 2023 exam in her very first attempt. Very, very congratulations to you, Neha.
Thank you so much, Pooja.
We at Level Up IAS and the whole team is really very proud of you.
Thank you.
Neha has been associated with Level Up IAS and with Karandeep sir specifically for her Anthropology Foundation course, and she secured 297 marks in her Anthropology in her very first attempt. So many would want to know your journey, like आपने कब start किया UPSC के लिए, what was your journey, when did you think about it? So let's begin with the brief introduction of yours and the educational background, and then you can share your story about the UPSC and the journey.
So I have done my MBBS from KEM Hospital in Mumbai, and post that I wanted to go for post graduation, but I thought civil services is a much bigger option for me, and hence I saw what is the syllabus and how to prepare for the exam. I tried to prepare during my internship year as well, but I was unsuccessful to give a lot of time, and hence I took an entire year off after that and prepared wholeheartedly for my civil services and gave my first attempt in 2023.
And before that, during your school time or while you were doing MBBS, sometimes कभी parents ने ऐसा बोला that you अगर officer बनना है तो go this way, और घर पे ऐसा रहता होगा कभी कभी ऐसा बोला हो तो?
मुझे लगता है इंडियन घरों में सब दूर ही कभी ना कभी IAS बनने की बात होती है, बट बैक देन आई डोंट थिंक चिल्ड्रन अंडरस्टैंड कि वर्क एग्जैक्टली क्या होता है एंड व्हाट इज़ द प्रोसेस. सो येस, देयर वाज दैट, बट मेरा बिल्कुल ठानने वाली जो चीज़ थी कि मैंने ठान लिया था कि मैं UPSC करूँगी was during my after my internship.
Okay, so you completed your internship and then you started preparing wholeheartedly for UPSC.
Yes.
Okay, so MBBS, why did you like think of becoming doctor first?
तो पहले तो मुझे लगता है कि वन ऑफ द रीजंस वाज डेफिनेटली बिकॉज आई वाज क्वाइट स्टूडियस. तो मिडिल क्लास घरों में सबसे पहला ऑप्शन होता है डॉक्टर का. बट उसके बाद आई थिंक आफ्टर हैविंग सीन माई मॉम ऑल्सो गो थ्रू अ लॉट, शी हैज़ एस्थमा, सो आई डिड हैव दैट एंगल कि आई थिंक medicine is a very good branch to go into and help people or be a good doctor. तो इसीलिए मेरा MBBS की तरफ थोड़ा ज़्यादा बढ़ा.
So somewhere your mother was an inspiration for you to take that path, right?
Definitely.
So Neha, if we talk specifically about UPSC in your preparation, so you started with UPSC and you thought after your internship, as you told me. So how did you start preparing for prelims? Like, did you do prelims and mains together parallelly, or was it first prelims and then mains? What was the strategy?
So my first strategy was कि basics cover हो जाए. It wasn't from a point of view of pre or mains particularly, but both.
Okay.
So understanding the subjects and reading basic books from the basic sources. My core prelim preparation began in mid-Feb because I was giving my first attempt. So I thought that giving at least 3 months of go-to preparation for prelims, just prelims, is a good strategy that way. But before that, I focused both on pre as well as mains while preparing.
So you started writing answers. When did you start writing answers?
So honestly, actually, I hadn't written much before my pre, because during MBBS I had written quite a lot in my prof exams, and I was a bit sure of myself that if I do get through pre, I would definitely get through the answer writing part. The content and how to present, definitely there was practice, but I was a bit confident about it. So not much practice. I had written a few answers before in November, December, wherein I had finished my basic subjects and had a bit of understanding. But I do not think that I had fully prepared for that answer writing practice before my
So
mains.
when you were preparing for subjects like polity, economics, तो उस टाइम पे आपका strategy कैसा रहता था? How did you do the mocks? और ऐसा होता था एक topic खत्म करने के बाद you were doing the questions, or you were doing completing the subject first and then were taking the test? How was it?
तो मॉक्स का मैंने ऐसे किया था दैट उनके टाइम टेबल के हिसाब से आई यूज टू स्टडी अकॉर्डिंगली, बिकॉज दे यू नो एवरी क्लासेस वट एवर यू पिक अप दे हैव अ सर्टन टाइम टेबल, एंड इट्स अ लॉट easier to follow a timetable that is already given. So if there is a test on sectional polity, I used to prepare for that in that week, and whatever is required from static and dynamic, whatever I can. So I have to try to cover that and then see ki whatever the mistakes are and then continue like that. Mostly my timetable was based around my tests, so that because tests end up covering a lot of the portion in prelims, so that's why I had followed their timetable only ki pad लीजिए.
And talking about current affairs, so you were incorporating current affairs along with your static subject. So how were you doing it?
So I used to read newspapers, but I barely made notes. I used to highlight a lot.
ये important है बताना जो first attempt अभी देते हैं, because they feel like newspaper से भी notes बनाना है. So आप please share कीजिए how were you approaching newspaper?
तो मुझे लगता है कि न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना इसीलिए ज़रूरी है बिकॉज इट गिव्स यू अ पर्सपेक्टिव एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द एग्जाम, एंड यू गेट इनटू दैट मोड ऑफ थिंकिंग. But I personally did not find the time because I was short on time. So I had preferred reading a magazine, any magazine that was there available monthly, if you can go for it, or there is a PT compilation that comes up. So I think these helped me more. Newspaper overall helped me गेन दैट पर्सपेक्टिव कि आपका वो प्रोसेस चला जाए कि अच्छा ठीक है ये चीज़ें पढ़िए. तो मेंस के टाइम पे भी इवन थिंग्स दैट आई रेड बिफोर प्री, तो मुझे वो याद आ रहा था कि अच्छा हाँ मैंने ऐसे कभी तो पढ़ा था किसी एडिटोरियल में. तो मैंने पर्टिकुलरली फैक्चुअल चीज़ों के लिए जो प्री में होती है मैंने उतना फॉलो नहीं कर पाई मैं, बिकॉज मेरा टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट था. बट आई वुड नॉट एडवाइज एज सच फ्रॉम न्यूज़पेपर फॉर प्रीलिम्स, बट या दैट्स इट.
And if we talk about main specifically and essay paper, so how did you tackle the essay paper? Because now we hear that it is getting tougher, analytical, philosophical, as they say. So how were you approaching essay?
मुझे लगता है फॉर मी इट वॉज एक्चुअली अ बेनिफिट बिकॉज आई डू लाइक एब्स्ट्रैक्ट टॉपिक्स और समथिंग वेरन यू कैन पुट इन योर परस्पेक्टिव. काफ़ी कुछ ऐसे अगर टेक्निकल टॉपिक्स हैं जैसे बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी है या समथिंग है, तो देयर इज नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ परस्पेक्टिव ऑफ योर ओन दैट यू कैन पुट.
So are you fond of reading books or you diary writing और कुछ ऐसा कर?
आई यूज टू रीड बुक्स, बट अभी 2 साल से तो बिल्कुल एकेडमिक्स पे ही स्टिक हूँ मैं. But yeah, I am fond of, I do write my journal, but not much in the past 2 years. So my thing for essay was there is a certain structure, and I think ये basic structure आपको एक बार आप कहीं भी YouTube या कहीं पे भी there are too many sources nowadays. अगर आप एक कोई टॉपर का ब्लॉग या वगैरह, काफ़ी सारे टॉपर्स हैं जिन्होंने अपना essay का वो कैसे पैटर्न करते हैं वो शेयर किया हुआ है on YouTube, on blogs. So I would like people to go through that. Then you can select कि what according to you is your strength, कि आप कहाँ better लिख सकते हैं and आपको क्या लगता है कि आप कैसे इसको modify कर सकते हैं according to you. And then you can go for essay. And I think essay में you should practice, because the more you practice you understand, you learn how to form structures कि यहाँ पे क्या गलत हो गया. So giving either tests or writing on your own and understanding, evaluating. मैंने एक्चुअली ऐसे के लिए नहीं ज्वाइन किया था टेस्ट सीरीज, बट आई यूज टू इवेल्युएट या पीयर इवेल्युएशन. आपके कोई सर हैं या योर ओन पीपल हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर मेंस, सो यू शुड डू दैट. आई थिंक दैट्स बेनिफिट.
As you talk about the evaluation, I just want to know that sometimes when you start preparing for the exam, do you get so lost in the preparation that you forget your own evaluation? So, how you used to evaluate your level of preparation?
सो मेरा तीनों स्टेजेस के लिए थोड़ा अलग था. प्री में मुझे लगता है a lot of the time we are much focused on how many marks we are having. I think that should not be the goal. When you are re-evaluating your paper, evaluate कि आपको जो आना चाहिए था या जो आपने पढ़ा था उसमें से आपने कितने गलत करे हैं. If there was something that you had not read before, so there is a very big chance that you're going to get it wrong any which ways. So but there is something basic जो शायद आपके दूसरे कंपेटिटर सही कर देंगे और आपने गलत कर दिया. तो मुझे लगता है कंपेटिटिव एज वही होता है, जो सब सही कर रहे हैं अगर आप वहां गलत कर देंगे तो यू विल बी आउट ऑफ द कॉम्पिटिशन. सो डेफिनेटली मार्क्स मतलब आई वुड नॉट से यू हैव टू कम्प्लीटली निग्लेक्ट इट, बट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आप गलती कहाँ कर रहे हैं. इज इट द टाइम दैट इज गोइंग लेस फॉर यू ड्यूरिंग द प्री का paper solving, yeah, you're making silly mistakes and getting confused in the option. So I think that way is much more just marks focus नहीं करना चाहिए, ये evaluate करना. For mains I feel आपको है ना PYQs पे ज़्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए. मैंने पर्सनली इनिशियल वॉट एवर जो 1 महीना था विच आई प्रिपेयर्ड एंड मैंने आंसर राइटिंग इसके पहले कभी किया नहीं था, तो मैंने बिल्कुल PYQs पे फोकस करा कि व्हाट इज़ द डिमांड, कि जो डिमांड पूछी गई है मैं एक बार लिख दिया अगर मैं जो स्टिपुलेटेड टाइम में है. इनिशियली तो काफ़ी टाइम लग जाता है, बट देन यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, मे बी यू कैन लुक इट एट आफ्टर 1-2 days, तो आपका एक फ्रेश पर्सपेक्टिव आएगा, अरे यार ये तो पूछा ही नहीं था एंड आई रोट दिस. सो दैट इज अ वेरी, या दैट इज हाउ आई सेल्फ इवैल्यूएट.
Okay, if we talk about some sources, because they might be seeing the video, so they would want to know your sources, because you said you did not take any foundation coaching and everything. So, आपने कैसे prepare किया with? Could you please elaborate some of the sources of your subjects?
I think most of the sources you will be knowing from whatever I have prepared. I stuck to one because I was short on time. Again, I think it has been a very big boon in my case कि मुझे पता था I am short on time, so I stuck to one. We all know, I think, polity, Lakshmikant. Economics के लिए I had Nitin Singhania, which actually is a very offbeat book, but I had read it once and I had gone through and I found कि pre के questions काफ़ी इससे आ रहे हैं. Yeah, I had seen and I was like, he seems like a good book. There are many others, but I got through it very offbeat for economics. Others very, I did not read from 6th to 12th NCRTs, but I tried to finish 11th and 12th because वो काफ़ी ये होता है. 6th to 10th, if you do not have time, you can skip, and if you have a basic understanding. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आपके basics clear नहीं है regarding economics या history, आपको बिल्कुल ही idea नहीं है या you cannot recall, which was not my case, so I stuck to 11th and 12th NCRTs for both history as well as geography. For art and culture, again, Nitin Singhania sir की एक book है, but I would advise read it very selectively. जो themes PYQs में आते हैं, because it's a very huge book and there are many factual things. So please give high yielding topics your time. जो बिल्कुल कभी नहीं पूछा गया है, very rare that is going to be asked again. इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस के लिए आई मोस्टली फोकस्ड, आई थिंक विजन का एक डॉक्यूमेंट आता है उस पर, सो जस्ट लाइक दैट यू कैन रेफर टू एनी अदर कोचिंग का डॉक्यूमेंट फॉर दैट.
Science and tech environment.
सो एनवायरमेंट एक्चुअली इज़ वेरी, मैंने एक्चुअली काफ़ी सोर्सेज यूज़ करे एनवायरमेंट के लिए, बिकॉज मुझे एक सोर्स सही नहीं लग रहा था. देर आर टू मेनी एस्पेक्ट्स एंड एनवायरमेंट फॉर्म्स अ वेरी बिग बल्क ऑफ प्री एज वेल एज मेन्स में भी, GS3 में काफ़ी कुछ आ जाता है. सो आई यूज शंकर IAS. उसमें जो आपके एक्ट्स हैं, लॉज हैं, प्रोविजंस हैं, ये सब मैंने उनके थ्रू करे थे. इंटरनेशनल जो ये होते हैं साइनिंग्स एंड अग्रीमेंट्स जो होता है वो. एंड आफ्टर दैट एक्चुअली मैंने टेस्ट जो दिए थे सेक्शनल, उसमें से आई हैड मेड नोट्स of very basic terminology कि ecology क्या होता है, what is ecological niche. So these definitions usually we are not aware of, and if these are asked in the exam, so you might get stuck. So मेरा basics clear करने का, and there was 1-2 more PDFs that I referred to. For science and tech, I mostly stuck to PT 365 and all because I was quite confident. तो basics अगर आप जो missiles and all है उसका एक basic prepare कर लीजिए कि क्या होता है, and then I think you can go with PT 360.
Okay, so since we've talked about the prelims and mains, now let's talk about optional. That is your anthropology, जिसमें आपने काफी अच्छा किया in your very first attempt, because it's very tough for someone to score 297 or around 300 in their first attempt, and with such short span of time, as you told. So how and why did you, first of all, let me ask you, why did you choose anthropology as your optional?
So majorly यही था. In the market it's always that is the shortest, but I also knew that anthropology has an overlap with medicine in terms of genetics and physical anthropology. So I knew that this subject will be shorter than medical sciences, as well as there is an overlap, so I could cover that portion easily. So that's why. And बाकी तो इंटरेस्ट मेरा पढ़ने के बाद थोड़ा डेवलप हो गया करणदीप सर के क्लासेस से. काफी मेरा उसमें इंटरेस्ट बढ़ गया तो
Yeah, so now let me ask you about the foundation only. So how did you get to know about Level Up and Karandeep sir? And just tell them first that how you started preparing for it.
Okay. For anthro, so first of all, when I decided that I wanted to take anthro as my optional, मैंने थोड़ी books देखी, syllabus देखा कि what exactly is there, and I knew that this is something very new. I had never studied theories, and a little bit of socio-cultural, थोड़ा humanities subject है apart from that. तो मुझे लगा कि यार इसके लिए I will need help, because I did ask a few seniors ki whether I should prepare on my own. So they said you have to prepare very selectively. So classes or a teacher can help you guide through that, and because they said you are short on time, you can go for it if you can. So accordingly I asked one of my seniors who was in Delhi ki प्लीज़ डू सजेस्ट अ गुड क्लास की जहाँ पे मुझे थोड़ा बेसिक से बताया जाए, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट यूज टू ऑल दिस. सो दैट्स व्हेन आई केम टू नो करणदीप सर का क्लासेस है ऐसे, एंड देन आई सॉ वन ऑफ द वीडियोज, recommended videos की ऐसे हैं एंड आई लव्ड इट. आई थिंक हिज टीचिंग इज phenomenal that way and has helped in my anthro paper as well. So yeah, that's how I came to know about it.
Okay, so when you started taking classes, and like after 1 month or 2 months, so I just want to know, after 2 months, what was your mindset now that 2 months have passed? Anthropology kitna samajh aa raha hai, and which part you are liking the most? And overall also now I would like to ask, sabse best aapko part kaun sa laga padhne mein ki this is very interesting?
I think socio-cultural is very interesting. उसमें बहुत सारी थियोरीज आ जाती हैं, स्कॉलर्स आ जाते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है ये चीज़ें मैंने कभी पढ़ी नहीं थी, तो मुझे बहुत क्यूरियोसिटी थी कि अच्छा, so many perspective to see one thing. So that was very good for me. This was the part that I loved the most.
And some of the doubts that I get from students is that how do they handle the theories part, because sir I think teaches the theories first. So how did you what was your experience of the theories, and how did you apply those in another side?
So the good part I found about sir was कि sir ने जो basic एक आपको आना चाहिए as an anthropology, which is student to understand कि what exactly is anthropology, आपको theories पढ़नी पड़ेंगी पहले. तो वो theories sir ने बिल्कुल simplify कर दी. So now to look at any perspective, I have theories in the background and I have a thought of a scholar कि this is how he would look at a particular topic. So that becomes easier that way. So I think that sequence of sir की theories पहले पढ़ा देना चाहिए, तो वो मुझे सही लगा कि आपको एक perspective आ जाता है, and then you can prepare better the other topics that way.
Right. So you then applied those scholars
theories
and their views. And okay. So, were you doing the answer writing practice also simultaneously with the topics?
So मैंने actually जो test थे, sir ने 2 test sectional test लिए थे, वो दिए थे मैंने, but I completed those tests almost in 4 hours or something, which is one hour, 4 to 4.5. And I understood back then कि this is not as easy as it seems. because I almost took for a 3 hour paper, almost 4.5. And back then I was home and I was doing a long distance program
Yeah,
with Level
yeah.
Up. So तभी बट आई ऑल्सो गॉट अ जिस्ट कि आपको क्या लिखना चाहिए एंथ्रो में. आई गॉट अ फीडबैक फ्रॉम लेवल अप कि इज दिस आंसर द करेक्ट आंसर बिकॉज अ न्यू सब्जेक्ट. सो दैट हेल्प बट नॉट मच आंसर राइटिंग. बट ये 2 पेपर मैंने दिए थे जो मुझे लगता है कि मुझे एक आइडिया आ गया कि हाउ यू कैन राइट फॉर्मेट. या
And then, like, did you, if you talk about giving the mock tests and the test series, I think you were enrolled in the test series
Yes,
also. So, did
yes.
you give the test, all the test, or some of them? How did you give them? Were you coming here?
So I had come to Delhi for my mains. तो तब मैंने दिए थे बट बहुत डर डर के दिए कि अरे यार आई डोंट नो हाउ आई एम गोना स्कोर. सो आई थिंक वन एडवाइस फ्रॉम माय एक्सपीरियंस दैट स्टूडेंट शुड टेक is please don't skip your tests. Give it on a time. आपका अगर थोड़ा भी प्रेपरेशन हुआ है तो प्लीज गिव इट. यूजुअली आई वाज बॉग डाउन कि अरे आई हैव नॉट रेड दिस, लेट्स गिव इट अनदर वीक एंड इट अनदर 2 weeks goes by and you've not
ये
given the
होता है
test.
with every aspirant. I think they have this big fear in their mind कि
Yeah.
I am not prepared yet.
Yeah.
So should I give the test और मैं बाद में
Yeah.
दूंगी, मैं उसको बाद में दूंगा और उसको मैं नहीं दूंगा. So this happens. So आप प्लीज थोड़ा उनको बताइए
तो
that.
मुझे लगता है मेरा बिल्कुल नेगेटिव चीज जो ये था कि वो हुआ जीएस के साथ शायद कम हुआ बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक जीएस तो आई वुड नॉट गेट थ्रू इफ आई डोंट. एंथ्रो के साथ देर आर सम थिंग्स मुझे लगता था कि चलो ये तो कर लेंगे बट सोशियो कल्चरल जिसमें पर्सपेक्टिव है, थियोरीज है, स्कॉलर्स है, वो आंसर्स मुझे थोड़े दिक्कत आते थे. तो मैंने उनके कुछ सेक्शनल टेस्ट दिए थे. और उससे मुझे एक आइडिया आ गया कि मैं टाइमिंग में कहाँ कम पढ़ रही हूँ. इफ और नॉट आई एम एबल टू फिनिश माई पेपर ऑन टाइम एंड इवैल्यूएशन से भी कि व्हाट आई कुड हैव एडेड मोर. So I gave a few.
Discussions.
Yeah, definitely. So I did not give a lot of papers, but I definitely saw the discussions because there were answers in that कि जो सर ने ट्राइबल एंड ऑल बीच में मणिपुर का बहुत चल रहा था एंड दैट टाइम देयर वाज अ बिग पॉसिबिलिटी कि वो आ जाता हमारे पेपर में. सो देयर वाज अ एंटायर डिस्कशन जो सर ने उसके ऊपर
रखा था. सर वाज कवरिंग द करंट थिंग्स आल्सो विद एंथ्रोपोलॉजी स्टार्टिंग.
सो दैट वाज आई थिंक वेरी गुड. तो वो कवर अप हो गया उसके साथ.
If we ask about the value additions and the case studies and examples in the answers of anthropology, so many get very doubtful like how to include the case studies, when to include, how much to include. So how did you do that?
Okay, so I think Karandeep sir ने एक क्लास लिया था regarding like after the pre or you clear the pre means का ये एक पार्ट था. तो उसमें सर ने ना एक लिस्ट ऑफ केस स्टडीज दी थी कि वन ऑफ दीज केस स्टडी कि आप एक एफ.जी. बेली की है, आई थिंक I can't remember अभी exactly वो बिसीपाड़ा का. So that is one which you can use in multiple places. कि ऐसे नहीं है कि आप एक ही जगह use कर सको. So try to read such cases कि आप उसको multiple जगह use कर दो कि no matter what the question is. तो सर ने उसका एक लिस्ट दिया था. एंड आई हैड फॉलोड नारायण अमित सर हैं, उनके काफ़ी एक्सपेंसिव नोट्स थे तो मैंने उनसे भी काफ़ी कुछ जो मुझे केस स्टडीज ऐसे लगे. सो यू कैन रेफर टू टॉपर्स कॉपीज या टॉपर्स नोट्स फॉर दैट मैटर. तो आपको एक आइडिया आ जाता है कि दीज केस स्टडीज सीम वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड यू कैन यूज.
Now I'm sure you are also the topper, so aspirants would be referring your copies and your notes also if they're out and if you're writing any blog or anything. So I'm sure you'll do that. And the role of presentation and making diagrams in anthropology and mains also in GS. So how like you were handling that?
So I think I have always been comfortable because I've been giving my MBBS prof exams. तो मैं ना एग्जाम में भी वहाँ पे भी फ्लो चार्ट्स और यही सब मैंने ज्यादा बनाया है.
Since you were a medical student also, the diagrams you must have been good at, right?
Yeah. So back then also I understood. I think this is the most, मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है हम वो ज्यादा सोचते नहीं है, बट अगर आप खुद को एग्जामिनर की जगह रख लें, would you like reading a boring paragraph or would you like something diagrammatic? So I put myself जिस टाइम से मैंने PYQs भी लिखने स्टार्ट किए, I focused writing that way. whether you create flow charts or you create a bubble with multiple points, तो आप उसको ट्री डायग्राम जो भी बना लीजिए. तो आप पहले से अगर वो कोशिश रखेंगे ना कि यार पैराज में या पॉइंट्स में लिख सकते हैं, बट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल राइट पैरा, सो इट बिकम्स अ लिटिल बोरिंग. सो यू कैन स्किप दैट पार्ट. यू कैन गो टू डायग्रामेटिक प्रेजेंटेशंस since many toppers copies have different views and different things to see, तो मैंने इशिता किशोर मैम हैं उनके टॉपर्स कॉपी देखी थी एंड उमा मैम हैं उनके देखे थे, तो उनसे भी आई थॉट कि अच्छा हाँ ये मैम ने बहुत सही बनाया, सो आई कुड रेप्लिकेट या
So, if we talk about your answers in anthropology and the kind of evaluation that you were getting, so कभी ऐसा लगा कि यार इसमें इतने कम मार्क्स आए हैं, मुझे ऐसे कमेंट्स मिले हैं, तो बहुत ऐसा सैड फील हुआ हो या लगा हो अब तो मुझे लिखना नहीं है, because students get disappointed with the kind of marks they get or the kind of comments they get. They don't understand that this is for their betterment only. So how do you want to address this?
मुझे तो लगता है आई वॉज वेरी मच ओपन टू फीडबैक एंड यू नो इफ देर वर पियर्स, मैं उनको एसेज भी बताती थी कि यार प्लीज टेल मी कि इसमें क्या रॉन्ग है, बिकॉज आप अब गलत करोगे तो आप मेन एग्जाम में गलत नहीं करोगे. अगर इफ यू इम्प्रूव now is nothing, this test paper, it's okay, you make mistakes and you can improve on this. So I think this feedback is something that will make you go ahead. तो I think that is the view आपको लेना चाहिए कि ठीक है ये टेस्ट पेपर है, ये मेन पेपर नहीं है, इसमें जो मिलेगा मैं और बेटर इम्प्रूव करके इन द नेक्स्ट पेपर या एटलीस्ट मेंस में आप जब फाइनल पेपर दे रहे हैं तब आपके शायद ये फीडबैक काम आ जाए.
Talking about the final paper, when you were going to give anthro का optional paper वाला अपना on the day, so how was the mind at that time before the exam? Were you like contacting sir or did you ask him for some advice or something like that?
I had spoken not just before, मैंने थोड़े दिनों पहले बात करी थी सर से कि यू नो रिगार्डिंग कि सर ये बचा है या इसके इस फॉर सम डाउट्स दैट आई हैड, बट जस्ट बिफोर एग्जाम तो बिल्कुल आई वाज लाइक
how were you handling that anxiety?
आई थिंक व्हेन मेंस हैपेंस, मुझे लगता है एक फ्लो में एटलीस्ट व्हेन ऐसे हैपेंस GS1 GS2 एंड देन GS3 GS4, तो वो पेपर्स इतने फास्ट होते हैं एंड यू राइट वेरी सबकॉन्शियसली, सो द ओनली टिल द टाइम यू एंटर द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल देयर इज एंग्जाइटी, आफ्टर दैट आपको टाइम नहीं है, यू आर कंटिन्यूसली राइटिंग द पेपर. सो आई थिंक I always thought that this is my trial attempt. क्योंकि I thought यार first attempt and I always knew that this is a difficult exam, so I will not get bogged down by just the fact that I did not clear this, and I would improve on my mains as far as I can in the upcoming or next attempt. So that was always my mindset कि it's okay, this is how much best I've done and I could do in my best of my ability, so let's give the paper, let's see कि आप कितना score करते हैं and then you know you can improve on your score.
Yeah, so Neha, I think with this I have analyzed that it's just the pressure in your mind that is affecting your good attempt or bad attempt. I believe you did not have any pressure in your mind because you knew that this is my first attempt and I'm if अगर कुछ goof up भी होता है या कुछ गड़बड़ भी होता है, so I do have further attempts, but the ones who are going in the third or fourth attempt, so they do have that pressure in their mind. So I would just want to advise everyone that you should not have a pressure in your mind. कभी-कभी anxiety होती है as Neha told, but उसके अलावा just go there like a test only. That is why mock test or test series is there, which is to help them. Okay, if we
just a point.
Yeah.
So I believe that there's one line which I always say कि one exam doesn't define you. If this is an exam, let's take it as an exam and not as an identity that you carry the entirety of your life. So even if you fail, that's not a failure, it's somewhere you've learned, you've gone through those experiences. तो आप उसको उस तरीके से लीजिए and I'm sure somebody who's given his or her entire effort to this will do very good in life even somewhere else. Right. So I think that's how you should take it.
So when you were coming out of giving the exam, दोनों anthro के papers जब complete हो गए, तो what was your mind saying to you? Now finally relaxed, और खुद को कैसे पता लगा कि now I have done good? या मैंने कैसा किया है? Had you attempted all the questions in GS also, in means anthro also? So how much did you attempt?
So actually there were a few questions in GS1. I had left one of the question, एक landscape का question था, which I did not know. So my approach to the paper, although there are many people who have advised that we should complete the paper and you know you should not leave anything blank, but I had my mindset that the examiner judges you on the basis of the paper. So I did not want to bluff something that I did not know at all. So I skipped that question and I tried to do my best in other questions that I knew better. So in that I had, Anthro 1, I had barely skipped anything. But Anthro second paper, yes, there was glottochronology or something. तो वो मुझे बिल्कुल पता नहीं था.
अच्छा.
So I was like, let's focus on other questions more than going there. So I had skipped one question in Anthro, I think one or two. One.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
this was, I think, about the test and anthro and domains.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Talking about your interview, you've scored really well in interviews. So could you please share your experience and few questions if you remember? How was it, and what was your mind before you were entering the room? How was it?
So actually, you asked before ki, did you know you've done well in the exam? No, I did not. I was quite in my mind because I think subconsciously after a while I don't genuinely remember a lot of the things that I wrote because they were, you write in the exam जो आपको तभी याद आता है of whatever you've remembered. तो मुझे एक आइडिया नहीं था बिकॉज मेरे पास कोई कंपैरिजन के लिए भी नहीं था. मेरा ये फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट था तो मुझे नहीं पता था कि हाउ आई डन. आई हैड अ फीलिंग कि आई डन फाइन कि आई वाज होपफुल कि हो जाए, बट आई वाज आल्सो प्रिपेयर्ड कि नहीं हुआ तो वील सी हाउ टू इवैल्यूएट. With interview after this, I got through interview. I think I prepared. I was very anxious because I am not very. मैंने कभी interviews नहीं दिए थे पहले. I'm not from a corporate sector और medicine में बिल्कुल नहीं होता है ये. तो इंटरव्यू के लिए सुमन मैम थे, तो उन्होंने मोस्टली मुझे मेडिकल बेस्ड ही पूछा ऑफ माय जर्नी एंड क्या क्या किया है. मैंने कोविड में काम किया था, सो अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आउट ऑफ कोविड बेस्ड थे. one or two international relations, but mostly that.
कोई ऐसा fun question या उस time पे सबको हंसी आ गई हो?
Yeah. So I did actually. There was quite a moment. So they asked me कि tell me a creative dialogue wherein you would prefer to become a postgraduate in medicine than go for civil services, an opposite thing. So I thought a bit and I was explaining, and then I just cracked a joke about a politician or something. And so I said ki, the perk of being a postgraduate is that you will not have to deal with boring politicians. And I think everyone related to that and they just laughed. So I think I was a bit relaxed by then ki chalo theek hai, now I have cracked a joke, I hope it was a good one. So they laughed.
And they asked you for that also, तभी कुछ ऐसा funny हो भी पाया. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a great experience, I think, interview.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Neha, so when you were done with everything, अब उसके बाद में what was your routine then? Interviews खत्म हो गए हैं, mind में क्या चल रहा था कि दोबारा बैठना पड़ेगा या you started preparing again? What were you doing in these months?
So actually मेरा interview was on 3rd April.
Okay.
So yeah, very end, 4th phase. So I was the person who was continuously in preparation of interview till April. So my interview ended on 3rd.
And the results came on 12th.
12th. So I was almost in Delhi for a while. I'd come with my parents. I roamed around a bit. And मेरा medical and all था. So it got a bit elongated. But yeah, so उसके बाद I went home. उसके बाद I was relaxing. I think I was like finally done. And I had that mind. I knew कि the result will come somewhere in this week or till 15, 16 everyone was expecting. So I was like, let's wait till the result, then we'll start studying.
Okay.
Because this time I think we have 2 months, 16th of June. So I was like कि ठीक है, आ जाने दो, फिर उसके बाद थोड़ा prepare.
Neha, you told me that you were in Delhi and you did not come here before, like much ज़्यादा नहीं Delhi रहे. But when you came here after the interviews, आप कहीं घूमने गए Delhi में? What were you doing then?
So post interview I had gone to Taj Mahal with my parents because my mom had never seen Taj Mahal. So मैं उनके साथ वहाँ गई थी and I had gone to Mathura, Vrindavan थोड़ा.
यहाँ पे ORN में
ORN में अभी तो मैं कहीं नहीं, अभी तो मैं आई हूँ तो अभी तो कहीं नहीं गई हूँ. Hopefully I'll go. I do have a few friends in ORN. मेरे medical वाले भी हैं, तो I'll meet them probably.
Okay.
Back then I did not. तो अभी
So after you gave the interview, you were here, you went back to home. When the results come, तो उस time पे क्या आपका reaction था when you saw the results? What was your first reaction when you saw yourself at 51st rank?
So my first thing was please check again.
Okay.
Because I was actually on my phone and there are groups and WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups. So I was like list तो आ जाएगी. I was sitting and 130 it was expected. It came around 120, 122 and it came. So I was like, let's just open it. आया तो ठीक है, आई वॉज वेल प्रिपेयर्ड कि चलो नहीं आया तो विल प्रिपेयर. सो आई ओपन द लिस्ट, आई टाइप माई रोल नंबर, आई वॉज देयर एंड आई सॉ.
With your rank तो ज्यादा scroll भी नहीं करना पड़ा होगा.
Yeah,
First or second page
yeah.
पे your name and you still type
Yeah,
your.
yeah. So I told my mom, maybe this is some prank or maybe it could be some other list as well. I don't know what this list is. So I was doubting कि पता नहीं, let's just check again. I don't want to be happy about it yet. So we checked again, and by then I think a lot of phone calls already had started from my seniors and whoever mentored me overall. So by then I was like, अच्छा ठीक है, अभी confirm हो गया है.
Okay, so Neha, how was your experience here at Level Up IAS, if you would like to share?
I think Karandeep sir's teaching genuinely has been so instrumental, and Level Up ka team also has been very cooperative regarding their tests, regarding the lectures, because मैंने late start करा था तो I used to always pester कि please इसको वापस upload कर दीजिए क्योंकि ये रह गया है, and वो date wise आप लोगों का ये हो जाता था. So I think very much grateful to Karandeep sir and Level Up IAS for all the support for my anthropology.
And we are also equally very proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, ऐसा होता है नाम रोशन करना, अपने parents का नाम, अपने
Thank
state
you,
का
thank
नाम,
you.
अपने institute का नाम. So we are very proud of you. Your parents must have been very proud of you.
Yes.
क्या उन्होंने एक ऐसा कुछ आपको लाइन बोला जब आप मिले या जब रिजल्ट उन्होंने देखा, तो एक ऐसा होता है ना कि now I feel like I've achieved something when my parents are saying this to me. So what was that?
They did not say anything, but I think 3 दिन तक लगातार my papa's phone was ringing. It did not stop ringing, and I think he was very happy about it. Like, it did not stop ringing. So I think that was a very
And
proud
seeing
moment.
him happy like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it was really lovely talking to you. And one last thing I would just like to ask is that since prelims is approaching now, so अगर आप एक कोई tip share करना चाहें with the students who are going to appear now, because you appeared in 2023 when the paper was quite tough and the CSAT was comparatively tough. So I just somewhere forgot to talk about it in the beginning. So let's talk about it thoda sa now. That how did you approach the prelims paper GS first and then the CSAT?
So I think, to be very honest, I was very fortunate कि in such a difficult paper I got through. I think the one tip that I'll give anybody is do not ignore CSAT, because in the last year I have known people who scored good in GS but couldn't go through CSAT. So I think now it's very clear that you cannot ignore. So CSAT, the level of preparation, I believe math solving आपको लगेगा. अभी आपको just जो previous years है, because previous years are not as advanced as 2023. So you will have to probably refer to some coaching का material या फिर test दे दीजिए आप. So through that you can go through कि आपको कैसे solve करना है maths and everything, because maths and logical reasoning both were a little on the higher end. So that is needed. Pre, again, I believe during my time, I gave only one mock because I was much focused on PYQs. I would still say focus on the PYQs, but please give more mocks, because I believe now that 2023 paper was such a big bouncer to everyone and a little offbeat. So we should be prepared for anything. And last but not the least, I think pre में ना your mindset is very, very important, because when I entered the paper, when I entered the hall, and there was a moment, so we all saw the paper, you know, I was flipping through the paper, and I you know, like, अच्छा ठीक है, इस पे है, इस पे, and then I saw that the entire paper, you know, options was like
there
that.
was only one, only two.
Yeah.
How did you tackle those questions?
So my first reaction was कि, you know, अभी तो कुछ नहीं होगा. And then I think there was a moment we all looked at each other, like in the hall, कि यार, what is this paper? But I think after that, I decided कि I know everyone is in the same boat. You know, we are all who are serious aspirants have read the same thing, or you know, as similar preparation. So उस वक्त मैंने actually कम questions attempt किए as much as I used to in my mocks.
How much did you attempt?
So I attempted only 78.
Okay.
Because I knew कि there are many questions wherein negative marking can go, and I was like legit, there was no मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि इसमें से चारों में से कुछ भी हो सकता है. So I was like not take a risk, because such papers there is an मतलब वो पता ही था कि मे बी उसका कट ऑफ भी नीचे जाएगा. सो डू नॉट टेक रिस्क. अगर आप 90, मैं 90 का सोच के गई थी कि आई यूज्ड टू यूजुअली डू 90 क्वेश्चंस इन माय टेस्ट सीरीज, बट अब वो स्ट्रेटेजी मेरी वहाँ काम नहीं आई. सो यू विल हैव टू मॉडिफाई.
Yeah.
And I think
there
keep your
only.
calm. Keep your calm. That's the best thing. Even CSAT, because keep your calm, and if you do not know a question, please skip it. Don't keep solving a maths question if you don't know it. There are multiple, और आपको qualifying लाने हैं, तो आप उस पे फोकस कीजिए जो आपको आता है, जो आपको
Right.
लग रहा है you can solve, and you can try your best in that moment to do that.
With GS, how were you handling those questions wherein the options were only one is correct, because the elimination technique was not working, as
not
most
working.
of them, the students and aspirants, were prepared for that.
Mm-hmm.
So did you only attempt, because you, as you said, you attempted 78, तो वो
Yeah.
questions भी आपने किए होंगे, तो
हाँ.
were they completely knowledge based कि अब मुझे ये आता है तो ही मैंने attempt करा है, तो उसमें कैसे technique क्या apply?
So there were a few questions की पता थे कि this is knowledge based, या you know this I know कि हाँ
all
ठीक
the
है,
three
very all
statements
the
you were
three,
aware of.
yeah either all the three, या I had an idea कि नहीं this is right, this is wrong, even if I had not read, I knew. But I think there were a lot of questions that I did not. So there was a lot of you know trial and error in the paper because it was a completely new thing. अभी मुझे लगता है कि now that we know कि ऐसा आने वाला है, तो इसके लिए हमें प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए. If I was preparing for my next
वो कैसे
attempt,
prepare करते फिर आप?
मुझे लगता है मॉक्स, बिकॉज प्रीवियसली मैं आपको बिल्कुल बोल देती कि बिल्कुल PYQs कर लीजिए, उसके थीम्स कर लीजिए, दैट वुड बी सफिशिएंट. बट आफ्टर सीइंग 2023 पेपर, आई थिंक सॉल्विंग MCQs इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग जो आपको बिल्कुल शिद्दत से PYQs करने चाहिए, बट मॉक्स भी दीजिए. आप मॉक्स दीजिए, आपको क्या लग रहा है, आप कहाँ पे मिस्टेक कर रहे हैं, वही वापस से वही टेक्निक में कहीं कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या, तो वो कोशिश करिए. देयर वर सम क्वेश्चंस दैट यू कुड स्टिल डू विद दैट, सो यू शुड फोकस ऑन दैट. आप कहाँ कर सकते हैं नॉलेज बेस, आई थिंक
Any trick that you just want to tell to the aspirants that you have applied there?
In the exam, I don't think so.
कोई नहीं.
नहीं यार, उस
And
समय
was
तो
it like
कोई.
that? जो पहले हम सुनते थे कि first go में इतने questions करे जो short आते हैं, then the second.
Yeah, that I think was something. So I used to do 3 rounds. The first used to be wherein I am almost 80% sure, 90% sure, या 70% sure कि यार this is the correct answer. That's when you mark into your OMR sheet. Then the percentage कि आप जहाँ 40-50% sure हो, and then a little bit less. So in the third round, if you know, आपको लग रहा है कि इसमें आप एक रिस्क ले सकते हैं कि maybe this is something as much as you can take a risk, so you should take a risk, otherwise you can just leave it. So third round में मैंने वो किया था कि very few. So I used to usually attempt, आप पकड़ लीजिए 30, 20 या ऐसे करके, तो थर्ड राउंड में हो जाते थे 20 मोर. तो मैंने 78 बिल्कुल क्रम्बल अप करके कैसे, तो कि चलो ठीक है, दिस मच आई हैव टू डू टू गेट थ्रू दी प्रीलिम्स.
Okay, so time भी कम नहीं पड़ा आपको, ऐसा नहीं था कि 2 hours were enough?
नहीं, I think the rotation that I had practiced 3, I had done it in my mocks, so I was quite aware with the timing. Just that the paper was different, so आपको हर question को एक अलग तरीके से देखना पड़ रहा था. That was definitely there, but timing I think with mocks I had managed, so it wasn't a big problem as for me.
Okay, so that was a prelims specific strategy that Neha has shared with us. I just want to ask you one last question, which is that now you have become an officer, you are going to become one, and hopefully you'll get IAS.
Hopefully.
And yes, you are going to get IAS, not hopefully. So what changes would you like to make? 3 changes that you've thought that after studying anthro also, because you must have picked up few things in anthro also while studying. We studied the sociocultural anthropology and other things also. So now what do you want to change, and what new things that you would like to bring in the society?
Any three. See, पहले तो मैं ये एड्रेस करूँगी, मुझे लगता है फील्ड वर्क बिल्कुल बाकी है अभी, तो मुझे फील्ड वर्क दिखना पड़ेगा. द एरिया दैट आई एम अलॉटेड इन, यू नो, इफ आई एम वर्किंग इन महाराष्ट्र, इफ आई एम वर्किंग इन राजस्थान, उड़ीसा, जहाँ भी है, तो वहाँ की स्पेसिफिक प्रॉब्लम है. तो मेरा ये रहेगा कि उनको एड्रेस करना, विच इज गोइंग टू बी अ वेरी हाई यील्डिंग थिंग. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन महाराष्ट्र, इन माई डिस्ट्रिक्ट, फूड प्रोसेसिंग का बिल्कुल है या समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो एरिया स्पेसिफिक हो जाएगा उस हिसाब से कि यार यहाँ जॉब्स का दिक्कत है इन जलगांव दैट वे कि देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ टैलेंटेड पीपल बट देर आर नॉट मेनी जॉब्स. So I'd like to address that point first. That is the one thing, area specific. And I think 2 points which I think is very essential for India is health and education. ये सबके लिए कॉमन रहेगा मुझे लगता है. एंड एज वी आर वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट पॉपुलेटेड, वी आर द लार्जेस्ट पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री, that becomes very the most essential thing.
Okay, that's so thoughtful of you.
Yeah.
And one thing that Neha, how did Neha give herself a treat when she achieved something, like during her preparation? ऐसा कुछ रहता था कि
I did. I think food is something that I would do. So I did probably a pizza if I was, very happy about it and done. I think if I would have thought कि यार ये goal तो कर लिया चलो. So I think I'd probably just have a pizza, sit down with my friends, have a talk.
And were there any specific number of hours that you used to set for you? Ki I have to study for 10 hours a day now, or was it like?
So again, mains के time I would say मेरे लिए बहुत consistent रहा because I knew this is an opportunity that I got through such a pre, and I think everybody knew that. So mains के time I tried to give at least 10 hours क्योंकि 3 महीने ही थे, मेरा कुछ नहीं हुआ था. तो मुझे पता था यार ये नहीं हुआ तो आई विल नॉट गेट थ्रू. सो उसमें मेरी काफ़ी कंसिस्टेंसी रही. आई barely took breaks in mains, almost 3-4 days in that entire period. Pre के time पे I used to give 8 to 10 depending on the day. Have given 12 on days, but very rarely. I rarely study for more than 10 hours. There is some days की जहाँ बिल्कुल ही आपका ध्यान नहीं है and you're entirely engrossed. But I try to keep it 8 to 10 and I'm productive that way in 8 to 10.
Okay, Neha. So thank you so much for giving us your time and sharing your strategy with Level Up and with the aspirants who are going to view this podcast. It was really nice to have you with us. And again, I would say that we are very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.